Am I living my life through a checklist? Is my life derived of just a to-do list, of just to-dos, instead of actually living? In other words, without a checklist, am I even living at all? Is there even a point to using a checklist if it keeps me asking the question, what am I doing and or what am I missing to lead me to the life I desire or close to the life I desire? I mean, yes, there is a benefit to using a checklist. I'm not going to say there isn't a benefit to using a checklist, a to-do list, a things to get done throughout the day list. I don't want to say life has its own way of getting in the way, because then that itself right there is the life experience. But for lack of a better term, or lack of a better phrase rather, life does have a way of getting in the way of the things you would like to do throughout the day that you deem beneficial. But yes, to-do lists and checklists do have a benefit. That is for sure. The Kaizen effect. 1% better every day over a year, 365% better. Compound building, etc. But if the world is truly mine, why does it feel so within reach while also feeling so out of reach? And the thing right there is, well, within or without of reach of what? And there it is. Because the world is yours, 100%. The world is mine, the world is yours. It depends how you look at things, and it depends on what you're willing to do. So are the things that you're doing, are the things that I'm doing, are they bringing me closer to it? What is it? Because it's certainly not just checklist after checklist after checklist. The thing is, though, if I do nothing, I feel icky. I feel wasteful. I feel like I need to keep moving. It feels innate. Why is that? Because I know more is in me. So the question is, what must be done to properly expel this energy in the right way? What must you do that you know you could do, that you would do to move in the right direction? Whether it be a run, walk, or crawl, it doesn't matter. It just matters that you do these things that benefit you, that better you. Because what's the opposite? Because it's better to keep moving than to be stifled dry and rot. It's better to have tried. It's better to try than to rot. It's better to try than to not have tried at all. It's better to have gone for it. And it doesn't require any more of an explanation than that. Do things that better you because the alternative isn't worth it. Jordan Peterson wrote in his book 12 Rules for Life, in chapter 4, based on rule 4, compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. Let the tasks for the day announce themselves for your contemplation. Maybe you can do this in the morning as you sit on the edge of your bed. Maybe you can try the night before when you are preparing to sleep. Ask yourself for a voluntary contribution. If you ask nicely and listen carefully and don't try any treachery, you might be offered one. Do this every day for a while. Then do it for the rest of your life. Soon you will find yourself in a different situation. Now you will be asking yourself habitually, what could I do that I would do to make life a little better? You are not dictating to yourself what better must be. You are not being totalitarian or a utopian even to yourself, because you have learned from the Nazis and the Soviets and the Maoists from your own experience that being a totalitarian is a bad thing. Aim high. Set your sights on the betterment of being. Align yourself and your soul with truth and the highest good. There is habitable order to establish and beauty to bring into existence. There is evil to overcome, suffering to ameliorate, and yourself to be better. Realization is dawning. Instead of playing the tyrant, therefore, you are paying attention. You are telling the truth instead of manipulating the world. You are negotiating instead of playing the martyr or the tyrant. You no longer have to be envious because you no longer know that someone else truly has it better. You no longer have to be frustrated because you have learned to aim low and to be patient. You are discovering who you are and what you want and what you are willing to do. You are finding that the solutions to your particular problems have to be tailored to you personally and precisely. You are less concerned with the actions of other people because you have plenty to do yourself. Attend to the day, but aim to the highest good. Now your trajectory is heavenward. That makes you hopeful. Even a man on a sinking ship can be happy when he clambers aboard a lifeboat. And who knows where he might go in the future? To journey happily may well be better than to arrive successfully. Ask and ye shall receive. Knock and the door will open. If you ask as if you want, and knock as if you want to enter, you may be offered the chance to improve your life, a little, a lot, completely, and with that improvement, some progress will be made in being itself. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. This brings to mind the game The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, where you meet the dragon Parthenox at the throat of the world, on top of the highest mountain. And when you engage in conversation with him, he poses a philosophical question to you. And he says,
"No day goes by where I am not tempted to return to my inborn nature. Zimgriforwut se suyech. What is better, to be born good, or to overcome your evil nature through great effort?"
So to connect this to what I'm talking about, is it better to use this feeling I have within me to be better, which may very well be part of my nature, instead of succumbing to my lazy, dry, stagnant, maybe even evil ways? Is it better to do things that make me better rather than to do nothing at all and be left miserable? Because at the end of the day, when your end day comes, whether or not you have regrets comes down to satisfaction of your life. And I mean, I'm not saying you won't have one or two, but in the overall looking at your timeline, if you are satisfied with what you did, you'll have no regrets. And maybe a way to have no regrets and to be satisfied is to give energy to your upward nature, to give energy to my upward nature, instead of succumbing and giving energy to the opposite. I seem to be rambling, so I'm going to end this here, but the world is yours. Dare to be great.